All right, joining us now is Alamogordo Tiger Fastpitch softball, getting ready to start their season coming up next week. They do have scrimmages this weekend that they're hosting with 4 other teams coming in, and we're joined by coaches Charlene and Ronnie Reyes and Shawna Williams and Valerie Contreras. How's everybody doing today? Good?
Good. Doing great.
Absolutely happy to have everybody in here. Well, Coach, I mean, obviously for coaching high school softball for so long, you guys are used to turnover happening, but certainly you lost some key seniors last season, so it's a different look Lady Tigers team this year, right?
Well, yeah, we did lose some crucial positions, 6 seniors, and it makes a little bit of difference. We have 4 or 5 returning now. Yeah. So I'm hoping they can step into those shoes with Fatso and Val being the leaders. They're not seniors, they're juniors, but they know their roles, and they've been there for a while, so they know what the expectation is.
Yeah, and I'm sure, and that's something I know you all are used to. I mean, Coach, you guys have kids start in 8th grade and work all the way up to being a senior, so there's always kids that are around the program. You're not completely starting over when a new year starts, right?
No, we're not. We definitely that's why our program is so successful, is because we do have our younger group that's, we try to build from the very beginning. That's why I spend a little bit of time over there. The girls in the varsity get a little mad at me, but that's okay. Because once we get them at that level of the varsity, then they know exactly what has to be done, so they take care of business.
Coach, do you feel like this is a group that shouldn't take any type of a step back, that you've got a lot of kids? I mean, certainly you're returning some strong pitching this year. You've got some good defenders and hitting coming into this season. You feel like you're going to be able to fill in those spots that you lost last year?
Offensively, I think we are. I think we'll be able to fill in those spots. I think we've got some. We've shown some improvement just with the 5 that we've got returning, and then I think we have a couple of kids that are coming up that, although they haven't seen varsity level pitching, I feel like they still hit the ball pretty well, and when we're doing BP and we have coaches pitching, so I'm excited for them.
Yeah, Coach, what are you seeing from some of the young kids that are going to have to fill in the spots this year?
I think we're going to be fine. The one thing that we focus on is being strong up the middle always, and with having Fatso over at shortstop and Val up the middle, I think we're going to be fine. And then we got a return catcher, Kendall. She's going to do just fine behind the plate. But I don't think we're going to have any problems as far as filling in those spots and gaps that we're needing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that. Shawna, moving from the outfield to the infield this year. is that a pretty comfortable move for you, or?
Yeah, it's because when I was little and everything, I started as infield, and then as high school went, I went to the outfield because I was like, wow, that was a big leap from little league to that. And so I think it's pretty easy, because then I followed Taylor and kind of ghosted her, so it's pretty.
Yeah, you learned a lot. You figure, and we'll talk about Tori as well with Val here in a second, but those two up the middle, you could see the progression of them throughout the years. I'm sure it was, kind of fun getting to watch them and see the things you need to do, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What was the biggest thing you learned from Taylor in terms of what she did well at shortstop?
Just everything. Her foot movement, her attitude, just everything. Her talking on the field.
Okay. Valerie, you've been pitching a lot the last few seasons, but not as much, playing in the field. Or at least playing on the infield in games where you're not pitching. Is this going to be a big transition for you, or is it, not going to be pretty natural for you?
I'm excited. Yeah. I'm very excited. I play summer ball, so usually I'll play third or pitching. So okay. I think I'll be ready.
All right. So they're moving you to second, so is that a position you play?
Third.
Oh, you're going to be third? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the middle. I thought maybe you were going to be up the middle. So third, that's a completely comfortable position for you?
Yes.
How about pitching? In the off season, have you been working on some new things to get a little bit better, or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We've really been working. Yes.
Is there anything adding just to your getting better at the pitches you're already good at, or adding something else in there?
Just really working the corners, trying to hit spots, making it easy for our infield to making them go on our drop too.
Okay.
Getting it on the floor, getting the ball on the floor, so we can make a play.
Yeah. Well, Coach, you were kind of making the hand motion towards her on that. You're obviously, there's some things you're seeing that she's making improvements on.
Yes, just from watching her from just that preseason that we were working on things, and I was really impressed with some of her pitches. They got a lot more movement, and one of the things with if you don't have the great speed, the 65 that D1 pitchers can hit, Val has the movement, and she perfects that. And she hits her spots very well, and that's why we're able to be successful.
Now, and Coach, you've had the confidence to have her in the circle very young. I think, did you start pitching in varsity at 8th grade, or was it freshman?
Grade.
Yes.
8th grade. So, I mean, you've had the confidence in her and to see her progression. I mean, where is she at compared to maybe some of her early years with Lady Tiger softball?
Well, I think just it's a matter of maturity. She's always been a very strong pitcher, and she always works really hard. But I think it's just a level of maturity, as we get older, understand the expectation and understand what we want, what our goal is in the end.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the other players. We've got these two in here, but who else should we be looking for? I mean, I mentioned second, but she's at third, so obviously some other places there in the infield you're going to have to.
Right. I
switch
think
up this
Ronnie
year.
mentioned Kendall coming back behind the plate, and then we have Anna Carrera coming back in the outfield or infield, depending on the day.
Yeah.
She's a returner. Carly Carroll is a returner. Same. So that outfield, infield, it could be any given day, any one of these girls. We have Kaylee Rankin coming up, Kylie Williams coming up, Kylie Tucker coming up. She'll be in the outfield. Ashley Evans and Sella Herrera is returning. She took off last year, but she's returning. She'll be in the outfield. We also have Cassidy moving in, trying to take a look at her at first base a little bit, and then Sydney Lessentine will be coming in and taking a look at her at varsity as well.
Outside of Val, do you guys have some more pitching that some players that could give you guys some extra pitching as well?
Sydney Lessentine will be giving us a look on the mound a little bit.
Okay, so
give Val a relief whenever we feel the need.
Yeah. Well,
she's like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good, coach.
Those double headers get a little bit tough when you have to
Right.
pitch both ends of them. So
Saturday's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
That's a long day, and there's some people that she will not be facing on Saturday, so we got to have somebody in there to give her some slack.
But I mean, Sydney's another example of an 8th grader that you guys have some confidence in, that are willing to go out there and see how they can do, right? Mm-hmm. Coach, I mean, having confidence in those inexperienced but also younger players that are still in middle school. I mean, talk about why you guys. I mean, is it just working the development and getting these players better?
Yeah, a lot of it just playing a lot of summer ball.
Yeah.
Some of them really are dedicated to going out and continuing with playing, so it helps a whole bunch.
And their parents put out a lot of extra time and money to get them in those places so that they can get that extra touch on the ball. So it makes a difference.
Yeah. Shawna, what's your feeling on this group of players? I mean, what do you like about this team in terms of you guys have a good kid chemistry? You guys have fun. You're already laughing, so I assume you guys have some fun together. I would imagine.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, we're girls, we'll butt heads sometimes, but other than that, we have the best time together. It's so yeah.
So good chemistry with this team, where it's sort of a laid back feeling.
Yeah, off and on the field. That it's just like, oh, hey, dog, it's pretty good.
Good vibes.
Valerie, what's your favorite part about playing with? I mean, you play on a lot of teams. You've played on a lot of teams. What do you like about this group?
Just like you're saying, the chemistry. I think we're a young group, but if we pull together, we're softball smart. We'll be all right. The talent is definitely there, so I'm excited.
Coach, I mean, you see the IQ with this group, that they know how to play the game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of savis, and that's important.
Yeah, lots of what you like there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Coach, I mean, in terms of having that chemistry, I mean, you've seen a ton of teams, that kind of stuff important for you, and that the kids get along and they have that enjoyment of the game?
Yes, they do. They make me laugh.
I was going to say, if you got Coach laughing, you're doing pretty good, right?
This group is they're
comical. He wants to say they're comical. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun being with them. I just like being around them because they have that attitude as far as hey, we're serious on the field and we get after it, and they take care of business. These kids that we have right now, that in Fatso and Valerie, they're good leaders because they get out there and they make them push. They push them to not only in the weight room but on the field. Just overall, they're good kids.
Yeah, Coach,
pick them up.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's obviously you want to have that fun part of it, but when it's time to get down to business, you feel like
they pick them up.
They're able to take care of that stuff. Overall, Coach, I mean, what do you feel like the strength of this year's team is? I mean, when you look at it, and where you guys think that you're going to be best at this year?
Well, again, I think Coach said it already up the middle with pitching and catching and shortstop and offensively as well. I like I said earlier, I think they hit the ball pretty well.
Yeah. Let me add to that because we emphasize the weight room, and I tell you what, some of them have been putting some long ball on there. Fatso put some couple out already. Kendall, Pita's got some power too for if she, we need her to pinch hit or DH or whatever at the varsity level. But there's some kids that that we can just put at the plate, and you never know if they're going to put one out of the park. And we still have our short game with our slappers and stuff like that, but majority of them, I think we got some pretty good pop. And Val's got some pop too, and she's just got to keep her head right.
Okay. Coach, what were you going to add on?
Well, we had one yesterday that hit 3 out, but we were handing out uniforms, so we didn't see it, so it doesn't count.
No, it counts. Those are 20-foot bums over the fence there. Those count.
And we didn't see it.
We didn't see it, so, yeah.
I'm just going to take a guess that maybe that was you, Fatso.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it wasn't? Okay, I thought maybe you were sending those out. Wait, so they do count, whoever was, at least according to the players of the team, that those
We'll
count,
give her credit. It was Kylie, but we didn't see it.
Fair enough. Shawna, you're involved in a lot of different sports in the offseason. Are you able to play any softball in the offseason, or is this the time that you get to focus on it?
I'm what coaches don't want. I'm a seasonal player when it comes to softball. I'll maybe do like a play for James tournament. Other than that, I don't go back on the field after season.
Yeah.
I kind of just stick to soccer, maybe a basketball tournament here and there, but I just go straight soccer around.
Yeah, but you enjoy the opportunity to get
She did come to off-season practices when we had them. Wasn't very often, but she came.
Oh, yeah.
Now she
I didn't think about that one. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, you did.
But Val, how much does it help you in terms of getting to play the club ball and getting to play the off season? I mean, what do you gain from that in the off season?
Definitely a lot of touches. You see different things. So we were playing every other weekend. So I mean, it's tiring, but it's what I need. It keeps me muscle memory. Yeah.
Yeah, and is it also? I mean, seeing competition as well. You get to see some really talented players.
I remember just before school, like a week before school, we went to Las Vegas, and the competition there is way different from over here. So it's good. It's good.
All right, Coach. I mean, expectations with this group. I mean, it's obviously before the season started. You guys haven't even scrimmaged yet, but y'all played against tougher competition last year with that. The new district, moving back to the Cruces district. You guys feel like you can reach the same level that you were last year?
Well, we hope so. I mean, that's our goal, to make it to state. As always, that's always the main priority, and I think they have the potential. It's how badly they want it and how hard we work for it, and I think it's there. I think they know the expectations, even though there's a couple of young ones. I think that they're workhorses.
Yeah. Coach, I mean, what were the keys in terms of being able to get to that level and where you guys want the team to be playing at? Hard
work. I mean, if they do what they're supposed to do at practice and keep, doing the situations that that we work on. But one of the good tests that we're going to have this weekend with Carlsbad coming in this time for the scrimmage. So that'll be a good little test with see where we're at as far as level. And
I'm sure there'll be a little bit of gamesmanship on both sides. Playing some of you guys will be playing some players, some probably won't. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll see a little bit of that from both Carlsbad and Alamogordo going into this one. That's what's your goals for this season? What do you want to see from yourself in terms of out there on the field and playing? Are you looking for things to improve on, or just how are you looking at this season?
I feel like for softball, I want to improve all around, but not only that, but everything else could forwardly help me in other sports like soccer, like my hand-eye coordination. I'm not a goalie or anything, but it'll still help me. My speed, just being able to think faster.
Yeah. Valerie, how about you? I mean, do you have some numbers you want to hit in terms of pitching? Yeah, pitching stats.
Yeah, and not only that, of course, I do want to get Ks, of course. But for me this year, it's mostly just getting in the girls' head, just because next year, I mean, that's all we have is all going to be seniors, and we're all leaving. So for our underclassmen to understand, to come in here and know your place, know your role, what we have to do to get to the next level.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to it. Scrimmage this weekend. You guys are starting at, is it 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. on Saturday?
We're going to start at 9.
Start at 9. Okay. So, and it'll be much warmer than it is. We're talking here on Tuesday, so it'll be a beautiful day to come out and watch some softball.
Right. Excited.
And then you guys are unfortunately on the road for the first few weeks of the season.
Right.
I think Mayfield on the 17th or the 20th, I think, is your first home games.
Centennial.
Is it Centennial?
Yeah. Maybe on the 17th.
Yeah. So it's coming up here in a few weeks, but we'll look forward.
You're right.
Yeah. But we'll look forward to that, and of course there'll be a lot of district games at home, and I'm sure again will be another tough district with all
definitely.
the teams in that.
And our C team plays this Friday, and then Saturday they travel to. So we're going to be pretty busy.
Busy.
All right. So lots of softball going on. Ladies, wish you the best of luck this season. Thanks for coming in.
You.
Coaches, we appreciate it. Best of luck this year.
Thank you for having us.
All right.